Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a couple of clips of fat activists saying fat shaming is way worse than skinny shaming. We've covered stories like this quite a few times on the channel, but it never stops being funny to me how fat activists want your support, but they have no sympathy for anybody else in any way, shape, or form. We're also going to be taking a look at a couple of bonus clips, including one where somebody talks about being shamed at Hooters, and another one where somebody's comparing fat phobia in Southern California versus Northern California. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
Fat shaming and skinny shaming are just not the same thing, and I'll explain what I mean if you just give me 1 second. I get so annoyed when I'm seeing a video about somebody complaining about their life or like venting about what it's like to be fat in America and talking about their life and their experiences with fat shaming, and someone will comment something like, I've been skinny shamed my whole life, it's really not that bad. And it's like, you don't get it.
I don't think I've ever seen a thin person be like, yeah, I've been shamed too. It's not that bad, it's actually pretty chill. Their point is usually, yeah, everybody who looks different gets shamed. And it all sucks equally.
Not the same. And like, body image issues can come from literally anything. Like, obviously, if you're going to comment on someone's body, you're going to give them a complex. Don't do that. It's wrong. You can give body image issues to anyone.
I think it is the same. Body shaming is body shaming, dude. You don't have it worse.
And yeah, skinny people can have their own issues. Like, I'm not saying they can't, but it's not the same. And the reason that it's not the same is because skinny people live in a society where they are automatically given privileges because they are the beauty standard.
If people are making fun of you for being skinny, it's because you are not the beauty standard. You're trying to lump all non-obese people together. But if somebody gets skinny shamed, they are thinner than normal. Normal being very subjective here. And you don't get any privileges for being skinny, you just don't get treated like somebody that's addicted to stuff.
There is a thing called pretty privilege. There's also a thing called skinny privilege.
Is Eugenia Cooney getting skinny privilege?
You are automatically seen as differently for being skinny as you are for being fat in America. Fat people in America are given these like labels automatically of being fat, lazy, slobs, of being unmotivated, of having bad hygiene, of not being a good person for some reason. Whereas skinny people are automatically given the label of attractive, hot, hard worker, fit, energetic.
If somebody is shaming you for being skinny, they don't think that you're a hard worker, fit, energetic, and hot. They think that you're skinny enough to make fun of. I don't understand what you're on about, dude. So you think skinny shaming is when people treat you really good out in society because you're thin? Gee, that's weird. Maybe you need to look up the word shaming.
Motivated. Like, they're automatically given these labels as if you can't be lazy and skinny. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. But also, people have this idea that a fat person must be going against the beauty standard intentionally so that you have a right to comment on their body.
Yeah, when I see an overweight person, I think, you're going against the beauty standard intentionally. You love all this negative attention that you're getting from people, don't you?
Like, fat people will be walking down the street and someone will just give them advice as to what they can do to lose weight, as if we haven't heard this already, or as if we have to lose weight. Like, it's crazy. And the fact that people will also treat fat people as subhuman. If you haven't lived as a fat person in America, they are not treated well.
Neither are skinny people. The funny thing is, the people that shame skinny people the most are fat people. The person that's going to tell you, hey, go eat a cheeseburger, you skinny this or that, is likely obese. That's why they're like that. So you're right, fat shaming and skinny shaming aren't the same. Skinny shaming often comes from a place of jealousy and bitterness.
They are treated so badly, and it's because it's ingrained into society that you can treat fat people as a joke. It's ingrained that you can make fun of them and it's fine because they're fat.
A lot of people in society have issues, so they go to the people that they perceive as being okay to make fun of.
It's sad, but the reality is, from my experience, if you take someone that's like a 10 out of 10 knockout and you make them fat, society will automatically assume that they're like a 6.
You're confused how adding all this adipose tissue to somebody's frame would make them less attractive. Are we really acting confused why all this extra adipose tissue would take away from our attractiveness? Are you attracted to morbidly obese dudes? Do you have a morbidly obese boyfriend or husband? Are all the posters on your wall of hot dudes a bunch of morbidly obese dudes? And I'm sorry for assuming you have a wall full of posters of hot dudes. I thought we all did. You know, I thought... I'm sorry. That's another huge point that I'd like to make over and over again, is that none of the fat activists want to be with a fat dude.
Someone to be beautiful as a fat person, you are an exception to the rule and not seen as just normal. For some reason,
right, because it's very much outside the norm.
People associate beauty with skinny. So to be classified as beautiful and fat, you have to be extremely beautiful. You don't get that pretty privilege unless you're extremely pretty. But like, just to be blunt, you could be mediocre and be super skinny and you're seen as like a 9 out of 10.
Not even close, dude. No. I've seen plenty of skinny people that ain't got a face. They ain't got the face genetics to be hot. I'm sorry.
And which is fine. I don't think anyone's truly mediocre. I think everyone's beautiful, but you know what I mean. In the terms of how society treats you, they automatically treat fat people like shit, and it's because that is the beauty standard, and that is how society has been built. There is inherent biases for fat people, and that is why it's not the same as skinny shaming. Because even if someone is picking on a skinny person, they are still living in a society that is built for them.
It doesn't matter who society is built for. Shaming is shaming. It literally doesn't matter. That was completely irrelevant. That's another stupid argument that these people are always on about. Society was built for thin people. Yeah, because it was built by thin people back when being thin was the standard. Why would it be built for morbidly obese people 100 years ago when there weren't morbidly obese people 100 years ago? Shaming is shaming, and it doesn't matter what you perceive to be systemic or this or that or who gets the pretty privilege or whatever stupid nonsense. When someone's like, hey, stupid skinny moron, go eat a cheeseburger, that's literally the same thing as somebody saying, hey, fatty, put the cheeseburger down. Next. Alright, the caption on the screen reads, I would prefer being fat shamed knowing that I can lose the weight. This doesn't apply to different metabolisms or health issues causing weight than be skinny shamed knowing that I've tried to gain weight for 6 years and could not.
Yeah, I would prefer to be fat shamed knowing that I can lose the weight.
So you want to be denied jobs because you're fat? Or maybe you want to walk into every store and literally have no one carry your size?
The same thing happens to thin people. I haven't seen a whole lot of extra smalls out there, dude.
Or maybe you want to be systematically oppressed too. Or
that's also not happening.
It could be that you don't want to see any representation of your body on any type of media.
The super skinny don't get representation either. I'm sorry to keep pausing this. I have a counter for every one of your points.
Or maybe you like seeing your body type always be the laughing stock of every show or movie. Or maybe you want people who don't know you, your family and friends, to tell you to stop eating and starve yourself.
Or maybe you want somebody to tell you to eat a cheeseburger because they think that you're too thin. You know, the same exact thing, but opposite.
Is that what you want?
The struggles are the same, so I don't know why we keep comparing and saying ours is worse.
Because last time I checked, that's what you said you want. So, nobody has said that skinny shaming is not a thing or that it's not hurtful. All we're saying is fat shaming is worse. Period.
Okay, well, it's actually the same thing. Period. The only thing keeping fat activists down is themselves. And I can tell that that's true from their can't-do attitude. Bars. Why do I keep doing that in every single video lately? I'm sorry. Can't stop rhyming, baby. Next.
Alright, you guys, I've had the worst day today, and it's only 2:30 in the afternoon. First off, I had to do a school tour today instead of a normal tour, which means I don't get any tips, and I had to deal with some ass children. They were the worst.
Yeah, kids are the worst. Not to be mean, but she kind of sounded like Cartman right there. She's like, I had to deal with some kids today. They were the worst. The way she said worst right there sounded like Cartman. I'm sorry. Let's go again.
Children, they were the worst.
They were the fucking worst. It sounded like Cartman. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that you're Cartman. I'm just being silly.
And so then they cut me early, so I didn't make any money. So I was like, I'm gonna go do some delivery driving, right?
The funny thing about this is she's crying, but there's literally not a single tear coming out of her face. I don't know why we're talking like this the whole time, but there's no liquid coming out of her face. I don't know why we would talk like this. I'm sorry, but she's literally talking like this, like when you're a kid and you're telling mom about that time that your brother took your Barbie doll away. Yeah, I'm a little mad that my brother took my Barbie doll away. Okay, shut up.
I need some money. So I started doing some Uber Eats. First couple were okay, I only made like $6 then. And then I go and I take a Hooters order, right? And every time that I have to wait, they just have me sit in the little waiting area, right? Well, this time, the girl at the front told me to sit in this hallway in the back just for f***ing employees. Because apparently, I guess I'm too f***ing ugly.
Is that what she said?
I was getting like weird looks from the men, but that's normal because these are f***ing middle-aged older men going there to look at f***ing tits.
I included this story because I love the videos of people fake crying in their cars where there's no actual tears. She's not saying anything fat acceptance related. She's like, they made me wait in the back by where the employees are because I'm so ugly. Don't know where she's getting that from. You sure they're not just treating you like one of the employees because you're a delivery driver? It sounds like they're welcoming you into the Hooters family. Not a lot of people get that kind of welcome. You should be flattered.
Not to look at me, right? That's normal. That's what I expect from men. But she had sat me in the f***ing hallway, so annoying.
Dude, why are you breaking down?
To see me, and when another worker came up to me to ask me about my order, she was like, you know you can sit in the booth, right? I was like, oh, I can? Because the other lady told me I had to stand in this hallway.
So what? Why are you crying because you had to stand in a hallway and you assume it's got something to do with your looks? Yikes. This is another example of why we need to get over our personal issues. Otherwise, we won't be able to see the world beyond them. Somebody tells you to wait in the hall and you're like, it's because I'm ugly. And you start breaking down. What the hell? You're clearly not riddled with personal issues or anything, right? This is really about Hooters and about that order. Hey, thanks for showing up to get this order. Could you wait over there for a minute while we prepare it? What do you mean wait over there with the employees? Like a common pleb? I want to sit with the customers out in the booth. Doesn't it make more sense for them to have you go where the employees are? You're basically an employee. You're picking up food, right? Don't the workers normally sit out with the customers?
I said, what? And she was disgusted because apparently, like, that's not what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to send people, delivery drivers, to the fucking back because they're too ugly.
Dude, calm down. I don't think that that's why they sent you to the back. That would be real weird. You're too ugly to be seen by society. Go to the back with Timmy. He's also hideous.
Sit in the front of fucking Hooters. And I usually have a normal good experience there. People usually are nice to me, but that was just awful.
Well, dude, you're gonna go wait in the line with all the other customers and take up a space in the line when your food is already being prepared?
And then the cherry on top of it, I go to leave, right? To get out of there. These two lanes are merging, and I speed up a little bit so this guy doesn't get around me and cause a fucking car crash, right? So then I also start using my brakes because I'm about to get on and I can't see, right? This guy, I guess, got really fucking mad at me. And I was like, fuck, like, whatever, because he was on my fucking ass, so I, like, went like this. And then he went around me. He spun around me and tried running me off the road on an overpass into a barrier on the side.
I'm not laughing because I think this story happened. I'm laughing because I think this story did not happen. First of all, there's no tears coming out of this person's face at all. And they're talking like this, and then I went to the door, and like, if somebody is speaking like that, I can't take a word that they say seriously, and I don't believe a word that they're saying, because this is how an 8-year-old would speak. Somebody that's still, like, in theta brainwaves, right? Like,
It almost killed me.
I know it seems like I'm a psychopath for laughing at this. I'm sure it seems that way a lot when I start laughing really, really hard when people are crying, but I'm not a psycho, dude, I swear. I'm almost normal, bro, I swear to God. This just ain't real, that's all. I'm looking for the tears.
And I don't know what to do. Like, I have his license plate. Do I go to the police or just sit here and cry?
You should probably sit there crying. Going to the police would be an absolute waste of time. The way to solve most of life's problems is to film a TikTok of ourselves crying in our car.
I don't know what to do. And I just can't handle anything else today. And now I'm gonna make no money because I'm gonna go home and ball because I can't do this anymore. Anyways, I hope y'all have a
Was that like a sad attempt at like a thumbs up, like, I'm gonna be just fine? Hold on.
Anyways, I hope.
Alright, that's my favorite part of the video where she tries to get it together. She's like, well, anyways, I'll be okay. I'm sorry. It ain't real, damn it! It ain't real!
Y'all have a fantastic day. A wonderful day, y'all.
Alright, man. I feel bad that you went through this situation that you perceive as very harmful to your mental state. But I don't think that anybody was putting you in the back because you're too ugly and they were trying to dunk on you or whatever, dude. Like I said, I think that they were just treating you like an employee because you're picking up the food. We don't need you in the way of customers and stuff also, so yeah, go wait in the back. That would be funny if they make you wait in different places for the food based on how hot you are. The hotter you are, the closer to the front of the store you are. The uglier you are, the more close to the employee area you are. Damn it, Hooters. Now we're going to be taking a look at a bonus clip going over the differences between Southern California and Northern California fat phobia. Since I am from Southern California, Riverside, California, this hits particularly close to home. She's going to be responding to this comment that reads, San Francisco, one of the most fat-phobic places I've ever been, more than LA.
The fat phobia in California is all-encompassing, but it can kind of be broken up into north and south. I was born and raised just outside of San Francisco.
The entire state of California could be broken into north and south. Two very different types of people, two very different types of culture.
And I've lived in San Diego, so I've kind of done both. So here are the differences that I've noticed. Because Southern California is kind of this like cornucopia of fashion and media and all that creation, it's very much, the fat phobia is based on aesthetics. And like a lot of places, you can get away with more if you are a fashionable fat person. But the vibe is very much like you are intruding.
A fashion fata. I was trying to do like a play on fashionista, but that was really stupid. I'm sorry.
On our beautiful space. The fat phobia in Northern California is a whole other bitch. Like, yes, you do get like health mongering in LA, but bro, Northern people will say the wackest shit to you because they think that fatness is catching.
They think it's contagious.
I had to drive to work. I would literally liken it to purity culture, like intestinal purity.
What? I wish you wouldn't have put those two words together.
People can and will stop you to tell you about keto or like how to count your midichlorians.
Your midichlorians? We supposed to be counting those? Dude, I didn't even know those exist. What the hell? I guess I've been out of the loop. So I disagree with the idea that fat shaming is worse than skinny shaming. I think that body shaming is body shaming and it's all equal. And it's honestly weird that somebody would want to say, it's worse what happens to me than what happens to you. Why are you trying to make it some kind of competition? Can't we all agree that it just sucks all the way around and people should be nicer to each other? So what do you think of the clips that we just saw? Is fat shaming worse than skinny shaming? Was that girl put in the back of Hooters because they thought she was ugly? And is the fat shaming in Northern California worse than Southern California? Leave a comment below. Happy Thursday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.